Okay, welcome back to another episode. We are literally on episode 6 now of building an AI content agency. And wow, this video is going to be very, very exciting. And this is because we are finally crafting our cold DM script. And I'm very, very excited for it. So to kind of just give a recap, because I literally just filmed this video about 5 minutes ago. So we're going back to back. You would have seen that I literally broke down to you exactly how we can further identify and really define who our dream client is once we've been able to define them and make a dream client profile like we did here. And like I've said, you can access all the resources I give you in the description below for completely free. Just enter your email and we email them. So I made this whole entire GBT for you so you can literally craft your dream client. I then showed you exactly where you can find this dream client, the bait you can give them so they actually respond to you and want to work with you. And then finally, the result they're going to get from you. So we said within our AI content agency, that's them being able to understand that they have a whole entire autopilot content system because everything's done for them. So they can literally focus on other parts of their business, was having peace of mind that they're attracting dream clients and nurturing them every single day. So now that we've been able to establish all of this and really build the groundwork, it's time for us to be able to craft this cold DM script. So, wow, I scrolled down quite a lot. So let's go over it now. And we've done the groundwork on this. We now understand who it is, where we're finding these people. So let's really dig deep on the bait, how we're further going to get these dream clients to respond to us, and then the result. We briefly went over it at the top, but we further want to dig deep into it. But before we even discuss this, I need to really teach you where most people go wrong with cold DMs. Because most people think cold DMs is really easy, right? They believe that, I can message someone, they're going to respond to me. But that just isn't the case. There's like such a small amount of people who are actually good at cold DMs. I'm very lucky I've been able to crack code when it comes to cold DMs. And it's how I've grown my agency, worked with some of the biggest creators within their various niches. And every single thing I've been able to learn from it, I'm just giving it to you for free. But before I teach you, I need to show you where people go wrong. So first and foremost, in the first DM, they try and pitch you. They send you like an extremely long message, I'm sure you've got messages before from people where it's like this long within the IG bubble. It's like, hey, they don't even say your name. They're like, hey bro, hey dude, something like that. They can't even take the time to know my name. Then they say like, hey, I'm an editor for, I do this, I edit cool motion graphics for you. And then they're like, I charge this. And it's like, whoa, why are you already trying to pitch me? I don't know you, I don't like you, I don't trust you yet. Offer me some sort of free value. So this is where most people go wrong. Next, they send no follow-ups. The money is in the follow-ups. Trust me when I say that. The money is in the follow-ups. You can't expect someone to respond straight away. So this is where you follow up. The money is in the follow-ups. And I'm going to say that one more time. The money is in the follow-ups. Okay, next we have this. Given nothing for free, that would make someone know, like, and trust them. Like I said, people are just pitching straight away. They're making it all about them. But the thing is, it's about your dream client. How can you make it as beneficial and easy as them as humanly possible and actually make it a no-brainer for them to respond? And that's what you need to do. And then finally, their Instagram account isn't optimized. Thankfully, within the first few episodes, we got it all optimized. We use Fusion AI to be able to script our content, edit our content, analyze competitors. So we should have a very nice looking Instagram account. So these are the real reasons why most people never respond. And it's a high amount of people. Like, there isn't many people who actually get good Instagram DM responses. And this is because they don't take into account any of these things. Like, it's just not good. So I'm going to actually give you our cold DM process. And what's funny is I just sold this for $2,000. I'd literally edit on a screenshot to show you proof. And I'm giving you this process for completely free on this video. So I'm literally giving you so much source for completely free. So yeah, it is absolutely insane. So make sure to hit that like and subscribe button because like I said, I literally charged someone $2,000 for this. So first and foremost, we have scraping leads. I've shown you exactly within the previous video how you can find out where your dream client is hanging out. So you understand this already. So as you know, we're scraping it all on IG. From here, we're adding our leads into Google Sheets. If you go into the description below, within the resource pack I'm giving you, I'm also giving you a Google Sheets tracker so you can track all your leads, who you're reaching out to, the follow-ups you send, if they've responded, if they've blocked you, if they haven't. you need to track everything. And I'll be going over this a lot more, probably in a separate video, just because it needs that much attention to detail. So you really understand the importance of tracking, because when you track things, you can, and this isn't just for DMs, by the way, this is also for content. When you track things, you can understand what's working, what's not, and really pivot correctly. So it's very important you track everything. But anyway, first IG messages sent. So we've gone through all of this. We've added a lead. We found a lead. So there's going to be two outcomes when we send our first message, right? So first and foremost, they're going to ignore us or they're going to respond. And we're going to wait 24 hours for this outcome from sending the first message. I'm first going to cover what happens if they ignore, and then I'll show you what happens if they respond. So if they ignore, we're going to send a follow-up. And like I said, the money is in the follow-ups. I can't express this enough. The money is in the follow-ups. Once we've sent the follow-up, we're then going to wait another 48 hours. And once again, there are either two simple outcomes. They're either going to ignore us or they're going to respond. And if they don't respond, we're going to follow up. I need you to adopt this mentality straight away. You need a buy or block mentality. There's only two outcomes from you sending a cold DM. Someone's either going to buy from you, someone's going to block from you. There's no in between. A buy or block mentality is what you need to succeed. And I just can't express this enough. A buy or block mentality is what you need to be able to succeed. So once again, another outcome. So they're going to ignore or respond. So we're going to be sending up to 3 follow-ups, okay? So after this, you can just mark within your Google tracker that the lead is lost. But what happens when they respond? So let's go over to it. So first and foremost, we're going to update our tracker. Super important we're updating. So we can see our KPI percentage of responses, follow-ups, and people who just haven't responded at all. Very important we track all of this. So after this, you're then going to send what you promised. So, once they've responded yes, we're going to give them the bait. So what actually made them respond? So I'll further show you this when we're crafting our cold DM, but this could be a Loom video. This is what we always send. Loom videos work the best. And within our Loom video, this isn't a pre-filmed Loom video. I need you to understand every single time we make a custom Loom video that gives them their very own free content strategy. We also used to give out free edits. I said this in the other video, but I'll say it again. I would just stay away from it because it's more like a commoditized feature offer. Anyone can offer edits, right? It's not hard. They can use Fusion AI, whatever it is. It's probably not the best thing for you to do. You want to give away some sort of strategy, some sort of information, which is further going to help them go from A to C. So this could be not knowing really where to start with content, but wanting to do it, to making content consistently on autopilot and attracting dream clients to them every single day. You see, it's a far better bait for them, and it's actually going to make them respond, and they're going to get far more value. Okay, so what's going to happen within this outcome is they're either going to book a call from you straight from your free resource you sent. This happens sometimes. I'm going to be completely honest with you. It doesn't really happen to us too much. Like, it's not very likely it's going to happen, but in some instances it does, and it makes your life very, very easy because you only need to send 2 messages. But what's also going to happen is they're going to respond and say something like, oh, this is great. Thanks for the free value. I would love to learn more about what you do. So this is where you need to DM them, right? You need to really dig deep on how you can help them out, further nurture them. We'll have a whole nother video really breaking down the setting process on how you can acquire dream clients. But this is really, really important, right? Understanding that they may respond, ask further questions, and you being ready to respond to them. And because we put the work in with our content right, using Fusion AI to be able to script, edit everything, they may have objections or pain points. They may be like, Joseph, thank you so much for this video. Lately, I've really, really been struggling, just trying to find time to create content. We could respond in that instance being like, John, yeah, I totally understand. In fact, I just made a whole nother video which further breaks it down. So you can then send them that video, so they're going to be further nurtured by you, because at this point, they've watched 2 videos by you. They could possibly be spending up to 30, 45 minutes with you, just watching, consuming your content. At that point, they're definitely going to be nurtured, and they're definitely going to know, like, and trust you. So this is why it's very, very important that you're also making content. And then finally, the outcome after this is they're going to ignore. So what you're going to do, if they ignore your second message, once again, you're just going to send follow-up. So first follow-up within 24 hours, one after that, 48 hours, and one after that, 3 days. Once again, buy or block mentality. So I hope you can see how foolproof this cold DM process is. It allows us to reach a vast amount of people. It allows us for follow-ups, and we have a system that we can follow if someone responds. It is so easy for us to use. So now that you understand it, and you really understand why most people don't succeed when it comes to cold DMs, let's go ahead and craft this script. And like I said, what we're going to be using to craft this script is another GPT I made for you. So go to the description below, simply just enter your email, and we'll email you a link so you can access this resource. So once again, I want to give away as much value as possible, and this is completely for free. So let's go to it right now. Okay, perfect. We're now on the Fusion AI Cold DM Crafter, and I've trained this a ridiculous amount. So trust me, it is very good. So let's get into it right now. And we're simply just going to start off by saying something like, hello. Let's see what it says. I just need to move my camera just so the text bubble's not in the way. Okay, this looks good. Hey, let's get started crafting your cold DM. First question, who are you messaging? And because remember, we put in the work earlier with our brand, with our dream client, and we literally broke down exactly who they are. We can literally give it to them. So I'm going to give them my dream client. So let's paste it here. Here is my dream client. I gave 2 examples. And what we're also going to do is, here is my offer. This is for my AI content agency. So you're going to want to give them your offer and also who your dream client is. So let's quickly go and paste in my offer. So we're literally feeding it so much information. And you see how easy things become once you do the groundwork. Perfect, super clear on the dream clients and the offer. Next steps. Where do you find them or come across their content? So the reason we're saying this is, and you'll see at the end, we want to really make our DMs relatable and as if we came across them intentionally. So if we text them, DM them, sorry, being like, hey John, I came across you from this post, I came across you from Twitter, etc. Thought I'd message you on Instagram. It seems a lot more warm because they're like, oh, they came across me from here. They really like what I do. Sometimes they may even think, oh, do I know you from somewhere? So they're going to be far more likely to respond. So I can say something like, perfect, so we're just going to say this, got it now. What are you offering them? Okay, so when we say what we are offering them, this is the bait. Remember what we discussed? How are we going to get them to bite and actually be like, wow, this is worth us responding? What is our bait? And just because my specialty is Loom videos, I'm going to do that. So, customize Loom video, where I give them a free content strategy that helped the exact content strategy. Cool. Awesome. Now, what is the result you've had? I don't know why it's asking us again because we've done it. Do you want the tone to be casual, direct, or friendly? Let's do a mix of all. Okay, I'm excited to see this cold DM. Oh, it's asked me one more question. What's the name of the person you're messaging? Because remember, we want this to customize it so we can send them out en masse. We're just going to say blank, and essentially what it's going to do is each time it's going to come up with a name like this, and we just have to manually just change it. But that's fine. So let's do blank. Okay, I'm excited to see this cold DM. Hey, I came across you from one of your posts and really liked how clearly you own your space and message. So I'm gonna be honest straight away, I do not like this first message. We're gonna have to adapt this. But the next part is actually pretty good. I wanted to share a quick loom. I wanted to share a quick loom with the exact content strategy that helped. Okay, let's further make this better. Here's what I'm thinking. Hey name. And before I write any more, what I really want you to understand is, and I mentioned this in a few other episodes, like don't copy me exactly, because if this series really becomes popular, you know, gets 50,000, 100,000 views, if every single person copies this script, then it's not going to be effective, right? So understand the principles that I'm teaching you, but then go ahead and make it better, okay? This is very important. And I also want you to understand that you could craft the best cold DM script in the entire world, but if your personal brand isn't good and you haven't followed the steps that I taught you of using Fusion AI to script your content, edit your content, and just really make everything amazing, then you're really going to make it hard for people to respond to you because they're not really going to trust you. They're going to look at your profile and be like, who are you? So it's really important that you also optimize your profile. But let's continue. Hey John, I just came across content. Hey John, I just came across one videos. I thought that was incredible. Okay, so it's good. Would it be okay? So this is becoming really good because you see what we have here, right? We have the bait, but we're also embedding some sort of result. And this result is that he added 200K in ARR. And that's a very good amount, right? And we can also position it within our personalized video, how he didn't really have to do much to add that amount of money. And it's just a full content system. So, hey John, I came across one of your videos. The value was solid. Once again, I don't like that. Would it be cool if I sent you a quick personalized loom? I'm going to change that to video because some people may not know what loom is. Breaking down a strategy my client Nick used to add 200K ARR with us. Let me know if I can shoot it over. Okay, so let's go ahead and paste it here just to finalize it. Well, why is it done it like this? Here we go. And let's just quickly just improve it. Hey John, I just came across one of your, what did I write? I found it so better. I just came across your videos and thought the value was incredible. Yeah, I definitely prefer this. And sometimes someone may ask like, hey, what video was it? You know, just go to one of their videos and just say, it was this one, you know? Just always make sure you're able to quickly adapt to it because sometimes you are going to get people who try and catch you out. So I just wanted to make you aware. If that happens, just go to one of their videos, send it to them and be like, it was this video, watch it so you have context behind it and just let them know why you liked it. Okay, would it be cool? Would it be okay if I send a quick personalized video breaking down the... You see, they forgot to add here, and this is kind of what I'm annoyed about. The AI forgot to mention content strategy. You want to mention content strategy because then you're adding context behind what your offer is. By just saying strategy, it's so broad. But by you saying content strategy, then people are like, okay, you offer content services. Would it be okay if I send a quick personalized video breaking down the exact content strategy my client Nick used to add 200K in ARR in just a few months? You see, you also want to add some time metrics to it. Let me know if I can shoot it over. So this is really powerful. So I'm going to just go ahead with this. And what we're going to be doing, okay, so before we start crafting our follow-ups, what we need to aim for is a 5% KPI response. And how we're going to be testing that is every single script we make, we're going to be testing it over 14 days. So many people get emotional straight away, and if people don't respond within the first 3 days, they go ahead and change their script. But the thing is, it may not be your script behind why you're getting poor responses. It could be because you're not understanding where your dream clients are hanging out, so the where. You may not have mastered the where part. So this is what I'm saying. It is really important that you give up to 14 days for each script you use to really ensure that it is the script that's the problem and it's not just the people you're reaching out to. And this is why in the previous episode I emphasized so much on you guys really building and identifying who your dream client is, just so it becomes far easier for you to be able to identify them and where they hang out. So like I said, 14 days, and we're aiming for that 5% KPI response. And we're going to give ourselves a bit of a buffer, so we can say 4% is acceptable, but realistically we want 5. Perfect. Now let's make follow-ups. Okay, cool. So let's look at the follow-ups. Hey John, just bumping this up in case it got buried. The loom's quick. Let's improve this one first. Hey John, one of the biggest rules when it comes to cold DMs, you never want to send something until someone gives you permission. You always want to ask for permission. So I'm pretty happy with this one. So let's go for the next one. We don't want to say totally get, now is not the time for like our second one. We still want to push. We could be something like name. Okay, just so the AI knows, we're going to say follow up 1. John, So this is a really good follow-up. I'm actually very, very happy with this one. And now let's go on to the final one. So follow-up 3. Hey John, I'm guessing you're not interested, or... I'm actually a very, very big fan of these. So instead of getting AI to rewrite them for me anymore, all I'm going to do is get it to spell correct it for me. Don't rewrite or change anything. Instead, please just fix the spelling and punctuation. So it's really, really important that we get that sorted. So don't rewrite or change anything. Instead, please just fix the spelling and punctuation. Perfect. So as you can see, we now have our follow-ups. So let's get them pasted here. And as you saw within the breakdown, you know exactly when we need to send them. And what you're also going to do, right, is just follow the method I did for our follow-ups here, for also these follow-ups for when someone responds. So it could be like, in fact, I'll craft the first one to kind of show you what it would be. So, okay, we'll see what it thinks. So this is a great example of one right here anyway. Hey John, just checking if you've had a chance to watch this personalized video I sent over. I think it could really shift your approach. Content is quarter, happy to answer. So something like this is extremely, extremely powerful. And then all you're going to do in this instance is it's just going to be your follow-ups right here. So super, super strong and super, super, super powerful. And what I'm going to do now, just to literally just give you all the source, and this is crazy. I'm actually one of the leads that we found within the previous video. I'm going to film a personalized video for them right now. I'll film it, so I'll stop recording this, I'll film it, and then we'll review it just so I can show you exactly what works, give you the framework I personally follow myself, so you have a repeatable framework for yourself when it comes to you sending out personalized content strategy videos, you know. This is absolutely insane. I'm giving you all the source for completely free. So let's go ahead and do it right now. Okay, amazing. I just filmed a loom and I'm very excited to run you through it. And once again, before we do, as a reminder of how the process works. So you first send out the initial cold DM, which we just made. If they reply, we're then sending them that personalized video. Remember, the bait, which is going to make someone far more likely to respond. So let's run through what I made right now so you have a strong and repeatable format you can use for yourself. Adrian, how is it going? I'm super excited to give you this content strategy, which helped my client Nick add an additional $200,000 in ARR, and I know it can do the same for you. So first and foremost, so straight away, we call out a strong hook. So it's like, hey Nick, thanks for getting back to me. Not Nick, hey Adrian, thanks for getting back to me. I'm super excited to run you through this content strategy, which helped Nick add an additional 200K in ARR. So straight away, we're pushing forward the results, showing them that it's worthwhile if they want to add that additional amount of money to their business or potentially more. So we're calling out the results straight away. Let's continue. Looking at exactly what you do, you help founders exit, okay? So straight away I'm calling out what they do, showing them that I've studied them. Okay, I know what you do. You know, I'm not just randomly filming. I've taken time out of my day to be able to analyze and understand what you do. Let's scroll down to your content. I see you're already creating content, which is great because you already know the value it can bring, but you're not really making any content which is further helping potential customers of yours really navigate their way behind being able to exit a company, whether it's solving potential pain points they may be dealing with, further nurturing them, making them familiar with you, know, liking, or trusting you, or removing any objections they may have. So once again, to remember within the previous videos where I talk about the content systems, so objections, pain points, limiting beliefs, how we're solving that within our content, I'm setting the scene, I'm telling them that's what we can help Adrian solve, right? So I'm really, really educating him on that and providing as much value as possible and showing that, hey, if you create content around this, you're going to sign more clients. And I'm really enforcing that you don't need to go viral. Because what you need to understand is when you create content, your whole entire goal is to move a potential prospect from A all the way to C. And by you creating content which goes over these 3 foundations that I mentioned, so solving their pain points, removing any objections once again, and finally addressing any limiting beliefs, you're going to be able to solve that and to further provide value to you. And before I continue, I want you to see just how calm I'm speaking, right? I'm not speaking crazy, I'm just speaking calm and normal. like I'm an authority figure, like I'm an expert. Well, I am an expert within this industry, right? You know, people feel this level of energy, and it's really important that when you are making these videos, you're coming across with confidence and that you know exactly what you're saying, and you deserve to be here, and you deserve to work with them because you know you can help them go from A all the way to C. Let me go ahead and actually review one of your videos right now. So let's go over it.
I'm on my morning walk.
Okay, so straight away, to start off your video, you always want to start it with an extremely attractive hook. So I'm providing value around the video here, showing I'm an expert, not just when it comes to content categories, the type of content you need to create, but when you are creating these contents, how you structure them. So I'm saying right away you need a hook, like you shouldn't just walk, like before you say something, call out an attractive hook, which is going to make people stop scrolling. This way, when people are scrolling on Instagram, they're going to be far more likely to stop scrolling and listen to what you have to say, because they're going to be like, wow, this guy just called out my pain point, which I'm dealing with. So as an example, in your video, you're talking about AI, right? And you could be like, if you're worrying about getting replaced with AI, people are going to be like, whoa, and stop and actually consume what you're saying because they're far more interested in it. But let's continue.
I'm just thinking, where are things going, right? I just came back from this.
Okay, and what I would also recommend adding to your video to just make it far more engaging is captions. A really fun fact is 80% of people who use Instagram, they actually use it. So I'm educating here. I'm basically saying like how 80% of people, you know, fun fact for you guys as well, actually open the platform with the sound off. So this is why captions in your videos really, really important to do. So obviously Fusion AI is the best way to do that. So I'm saying to him how he also needs to add caption to his videos to further make them engaging. With the sound off, they open the platform with the sound off. You know, this could be because they're on the bus, like public transport, etc. So they can't actually watch your videos. So you're potentially missing out on 80% of people watching your videos because their sound's off. So by you just adding a caption, they can still consume your content. So you're still being able to nurture and really provide value to 80% more people in the market. Insane, I know.
Retreat called Haven. It was hosted at Andrew Wilkinson's house.
So once again, within here, I would just really strongly suggest just talking about the pain, so calling it out straight away in your hook, and really just condensing it in as short period as possible, just so you can make your value really short and snappy. And you want it to be actionable, so people can take it away straight away. And finally, your call to action. Whereabouts do you want viewers to go from here? Perhaps you want them to reach out to you for further information, watch a YouTube video, whatever it is, you want to take them to the next step, so they can consume more content from you. So now I'm showing them my expertise when it comes to not just content categories, not just how to make this content, but also the funnels. Like, hey, I know exactly how you can actually make money from your content. So showing them how we can actually convert these viewers into buyers. So you see, I'm taking them across the whole entire funnel. More value, you can further nurture them and make them far more likely to want to work with you. So Adrian, after breaking this down, I want to just tell you about something we offer. So now we're going to the pitch. So this is where I tell him about our AR content system and then the benefits it can bring him. We do an AR content system, and this is where we can handle the entire content process for you from literal start all the way to finish. All you need to do is press record. In fact, if you don't want to, we can literally make AI clones of you. Insane. And I know it follows this topic, and I feel like something like this could crush it for you. Look, you're not just dealing with beginner businesses, right? You're dealing with people who are looking to. So now I'm further just like making him like feel like, wow, you know, he's amazing at what he does. Like, he's not just works for small businesses, he's the best at what he does. So really reinforcing that he's the best, and because of that, he needs the best content team, content system, with that being us. Exit that company. Millionaires, perhaps even billionaires, well, about to be once they exit it. You need to create content, high value content, which can nurture them, which can provide value, which can help them navigate this part. And, you know, your knowledge is like so niche. Not many people have been able to exit a company like you. So this is where you're already an authority figure. So by you being able to make the most amount of content, the best amount of content, and barely have to spend time on it, you're just further going to position yourself as the best person within your niche. And this is exactly what we can help you do. Install a fully automated AR content system where we'll handle everything for you. So if you want to hear more about it, simply just respond, or you can just book a call with me from this. Okay, so I talked over this part, but just listen to how my CTA is, and it will make sense how on earth we got people to book our content system where we'll handle everything for you. So if you want to hear more about it, simply just respond, or you can just book a call with me from this link video. Either way, I'm excited to hear from you soon, and thank you for watching this video. So you see, we can get people to book directly from this Loom video, okay? So it's really, really good. So simply to do that, we just press edit, and then we can just press link, and then we just paste in our Loom video here. And you see it will literally come up right here so they can book a call with us. So that is exactly how the process works, you see? And then we can send them a message like, hey, Adrian, here's the video, let me know what you think. Literally just something that simple. And then we do the rest of the process here. They book a call with us, or they do the follow-ups. So as you can see, what we've been able to build is extremely, extremely sophisticated. And it literally takes us through every single stage. So we give them the bait, and we also show them the results. So how we're going to build them, that AR content system, which is going to enable them to get dream clients on autopilot. They literally have to do nothing, as we're handling every single thing for them. So as you can see, it is extremely, extremely powerful what we are offering. And before we go about sending these cold DMs, there's some very, very strong things you need to understand to prevent your account from ever getting banned. So first and foremost, the maximum amount of DMs you can send in a single day is 50. I wouldn't suggest ever doing 50 on a single account. I would suggest 40 DMs a day maximum. You know, once you're heading towards that 50 DMs amount, you are becoming very, very close to getting banned. So you want to stick around the 40 DMs a day. It is very, very important you do that. Next, we have DMs per hour. So the max DMs you can send per hour is 10, but in my opinion, that is too many. I would stick to around 6 to 8 DMs per hour, just whilst you're warming up your account. And if you've never sent DMs from your account before you even send out 40 messages, 6 to 8 per hour, I want you to start off on 25 messages per day, sending 5 an hour. And I want you to do that for the next 14 days, just so you can let your account warm up. Because what's going to happen otherwise is, if you literally go from 0 DMs to 40 a day, Instagram's going to freak out and be like, whoa, are you a robot or something, and ban you. So you want to slowly warm it up. So now that we've run through this, let me just show you how sending out this DM would work so you can really understand it. So let's go to our script and send out a message. Okay, perfect. So within the last episode, we scraped a bunch of leads. So let's actually go to this guy. And when we're reaching out to them, first and foremost, we want to go and like their 3 recent posts. Make sure not to like these top 3 because they're pinned. So
if you want to stop doubting,
like this one and like this one. What we can also do, right, if they've recently posted on their story, we're going to like their most recent story post, so 3 hours ago, so we know he's active and he's likely going to respond to us. So his name's JD, so we're going to press message, so right here, and then simply we just need to format it. So what we want to do is make sure there's a space here. So, hey JD, I just came across your portfolio, was incredible. Perfect. So we're going to be testing out this script for a while, seeing if it works. If not, we can always add a new one and make it better. So let's go ahead and send this message. And literally, like I said, all you're going to be doing in this instance is sending, if you've never sent cold DMs before, 5 per hour, up to 25 for your first 14 days. Or if you've sent cold DMs before, you're just going to be sending 6 to 8 per hour using the process I sent you, and sending 40 a day. It is so important that you are really just striving for success, you know? Like, 40 is the most you can send in a day on a single account. Obviously, if you have other accounts, you can send more. What we typically do within our agency, what we got up to at one point, we're doing a bit less now, was 1,000. So you get in what you put out, and I simply can't express this enough. And I'm going to put in a full screen for this. If you guys, you know, you put in the work and you're constantly finding new leads using the process that I gave you to reach out to every single day, and you're really dedicating your all to this, I promise you, you're going to be getting far more replies, and that's just a promise, you know. So many people are going to be replying to you, wanting to work with you, especially if you become very good at the personalized loom and you actually put effort in it. Like, people love it when you put effort into the fact that you're sending these personalized looms, you're actually putting in work for it. And this is what I really urge you to do, you know. Put in a work with these personalized looms, and I promise you, they're going to benefit you so much and help you sign to so many people, and help you really get to wherever you want to be, 10K a month, 50K a month, 100K a month, wherever it is. You're really going to get out of this what you put in. So simply get to work, use all the resources I've given you for completely free. Just email below and we'll email them all to you. Watch all the previous episodes if you haven't already, so you can set up your personal brand to actually increase your responses. And you know, where we broke down who your dream clients are and everything. Once again, you will get out of this the work you put in, and I believe in you. I know you can crush it. Just go ahead and put in the work. And later down the line, I will be introducing to you an AI DM sender you can use to make your life so much easier. But for now, we're going to stick to this. And the reason I want you to stick to this is so you can better understand how you can find people and what's working. Once you understand what's working, you can automate it all. But for now, when you're figuring out things, it is always best to manually do it. So you can see, okay, this is working, this isn't, and you become an expert. But thank you so much for watching this video. So you can consistently create content for your personal brand and being able to fulfill for your clients. Make sure to sign up to Fusion AI below, and make sure to like and subscribe if you're finding these videos valuable. Thank you so much, and I promise you, you're going to be able to build the best AI content agency ever if you put in the work. I will see you in the next episode.